carry a huge selection of Milgard windows, in stock now and ready for pickup. Need something custom? No problem. From new construction to full home replacement, we'll help you order the perfect Milgard windows built to fit your space, style, and budget. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the Window Depot makes it easy to get the windows you need fast. Visit thewindowdepot.com to find a location near you and see why we're your Milgard window experts.
So, what is it that scares you the most?
The blue trucks from Essential Pest Control, Doctor. They leave bugs belly up.
I use one of those national companies.
Thanks, Doc. Those guys don't scare me.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Buy local and stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. That's 866-3029. Or visit essentialpest.com.
Coach, Tommy Lloyd here with the Right Way team.
Great news. Free furnace season has been extended through the end of March. Have you been thinking about replacing your heating and cooling system this year? To spark business, we're giving away an 80% gas furnace or a heat pump air handler with the purchase of a new air conditioning system.
And we're offering up to 60 months no-interest financing, manufacturer and energy efficiency rebates, and 10-year parts and labor warranty.
Call or text 520-200-2422 to book your free estimate today or visit rightwayac.com.
If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, a full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Kick it back out. Burries a three. High off the rim, no good. Rebound battled for and grabbed by Dak. He'll run it the other way. Dak, pass intercepted by Burries on a breakaway, slam it home.
What a change of events. You miss a three, you don't settle, you don't sulk. You pick off the pass and take the uncontested lay-in.
That was a perfect highlight, J-Dub, to start the show off with, because that was my favorite play, I think, in the game. Because Ban got Dak, all of a sudden thought he was a point guard and was going to take the ball up the floor.
I think it was pointing. I think it was directing traffic, that whole thing point guards do.
And just threw the ball away. I was like, oh, my God. I wrote that down. I was like, this might be my favorite if we do plays of the game. The Bangkok point guard might be my favorite one.
Yeah, the announcers on the TV said, and that's why big guys hand the ball to the guards, Kelvin.
Exactly. It is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. Your Wildcats in the regular season finale, knock off the Colorado Buffaloes 89-79. They win a 29th game. That is the most in a regular season in program history as they head into the Big 12 conference schedule with the Big 12 conference tournament, I should say, with the number one seed. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our first break quickly here to get it in before the top of the midnight hour, which of course will signify the beginning of daylight savings time across the rest of the country at 2 a.m. Eastern. We'll come back. We'll review our keys to the game. We'll give out our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. We'll see who beat the book. And we'll also have our top takeaways. So you have plenty of time to get in your top takeaways at 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. We already have one top takeaway from David Kaplan, who says, I am a longtime listener, never called, never texted. My question for y'all after the game against Colorado is, are you all concerned about our missing of free throws? We went 19 of 26, not bad per se, but that 7 additional points could have been huge. I vaguely recall the great Lute Olson saying something about free throws being a matter of concentration. Paraphrasing. Thrilled with the win and the excellent season, though curious on your thoughts on this front. Thanks, David. So we'll get into that. We'll get into David's thoughts. We've had this conversation before, but we will have it once again. All that coming up It is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day after Arizona knocks off Colorado 89-79. Kelvin Ifan is here. JW Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by Advantage Air Mechanical, Cactus Auto Company, Casino del Sol, Done Right Services, Drain Masters, First Chiropractic, Idaho Central Credit Union, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, Royal GMC, Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, The Window Depot, Bear Down Roofing, Dorado Rock, Essential Pest Control, Goodfellas AC, Hughes Federal Credit Union, Factory Direct Mattress, Johnson Manley Company, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
Up your game in a new Buick or GMC from Royal Buick GMC. At Royal, we always deliver a quality vehicle at a great price. Score a great deal with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff and our transparent online pricing. Plus, Royal offers a 72-hour buyback guarantee. Score big at Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. See dealer for details. Royal Buick GMC in the Tucson Auto Mall or RoyalTucson.com.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Morning begins in the Rincon Foothills. Rocking K, a master-planned community and place to call home, offering distinct neighborhoods designed to fit your lifestyle. Explore the outdoors, walk the trails, visit Saguaro National Park. Enjoy community parks and make new friends at Rocking K resident events. Walk to Vail School District's newest campus in Rocking K, Saguaro Creek. 17 model homes, 6 quality builders, move-in ready homes available from the 300s. Rocking K, designed by nature. A community by design.
Ready to update your kitchen? Create a spa-inspired bathroom or a backyard oasis? Put the equity in your home to work for you with a home equity line of credit from Hughes. Borrow between $10,000 and $250,000 and enjoy flexible terms and no prepayment penalties. With Hughes Federal Credit Union's one-rate guarantee, there's no switching rates based on your credit score. All our members get our same low rate. Learn more at hughesfcu.org/HELOC. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Certain restrictions apply.
Broadway in Tucson presents the 20th anniversary season featuring 7 Tucson premieres, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Hell's Kitchen, Moulin Rouge, The Wiz, Back to the Future, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and more. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the lowest prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2025-2026 season tickets today.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Spring is on its way, and we all know that extreme heat comes next. Right now is the time to get your car or truck road trip ready. And with 14 convenient locations, 6 decades of service, and dozens of top shop awards, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the place. This month, get back big rebates on all your favorite major brand tires. Save more on the most affordable, long-lasting tires. Check out jackfurriers.com for details and money-saving coupons. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Here to get you there.
Coach, Tommy Lloyd here with the Right Way team.
Great news. Free furnace season has been extended through the end of March. Have you been thinking about replacing your heating and cooling system this year? To spark business, we're giving away an 80% gas furnace or a heat pump air handler with the purchase of a new air conditioning system.
And we're offering up to 60 months no interest financing, manufacturer and energy efficiency rebates, and 10-year parts and labor warranty.
Call or text 520-200-2422 to book your free estimate today or visit rightwayac.com.
If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Day in and day out, we're inundated with commercials asking to review your portfolio or telling you to get a second opinion. This is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management, and I want to share the advice I give people every day. Talk to 3 different advisors at 3 different firms. It's important to understand their differences and find someone you can trust. I want Meridian to be one of your 3, and then you will decide who is best for you. To learn more, call us at 719-1433 today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Now that's what I call savings. Truck buyers, this one's for you. Get up to $7,500 off a new 2026 Chevy Silverado and up to $4,500 off a 2025 Chevy Colorado. 2 tough trucks, one place to save. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Call us at 747-8000. See us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall or on the web at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Spring is in the air and our warm temperatures are about to turn hot. Now is the time to take advantage of pre-summer savings before the hot summer weather. Pixrock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is offering 5-year, no-interest financing on the installation of Green HVAC systems, OAC. Call now for your free estimate, 520-492-0748, or make your appointment online at pixrockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
That's the other way. Karchinkov inside. Trevis, pump fake, jump hook up. No good. Follow there for Koa Peat. Streaking down the lane. And Peat now with 21 points in the ball game.
Koa Peat was just fabulous in this game. Looked a lot like the Koa Peat we saw on opening night in Las Vegas against the Florida Gators, and closing night in Boulder, Colorado. 25 points on 12 of 15 from the floor. Missed a 3, 1 of 3 from the line. 25 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block in 35 minutes. So much for guys not playing a lot of minutes. Everybody pretty much played their normal minutes and some tonight in Boulder as the Colorado Buffaloes jumped out to the early lead in this game. And the Wildcats had to come from 10 down late in the first half to win it by 10 on the road. 520-848-1290 is the number to get on the program as we stretch to the midnight hour here in Tucson. In a few seconds, it'll be midnight here. It'll be 3 a.m. officially on the East Coast, where our friends like Fred Scheib are listening to the show. We appreciate anyone that's up at 3 a.m. in the East Coast listening to our program tonight. So we'll give you our top takeaways, and we'll begin with the captain. We've got Kelvin Yvonne here with us. We've got J.W. Madden, as always. Captain, your thoughts on a 89-79 win over Colorado?
Well, first, Colorado came out just highly motivated, man. They came out physical. They was aggressive, attacking the rim, getting to the free throw line early. Got to give Isaiah Johnson a lot of credit. I mean, that kid got some heart. I mean, I was looking at him saying he might not be around long, after playing like that versus in Arizona. But, yeah, just overall good game plan. They played a little zone. They was packing in their man. They wasn't really playing the passing lane. They was kind of playing off. And, just trying to wait for us to make a mistake more than anything. But, yeah, I just thought, again, give Colorado credit for playing well, especially early in that first quarter. But Arizona, man, they was just resilient, man. I mean, a day where Bradley goes 0 for 3, don't even score at all. I thought to myself, I said, man, Brayden Burries may have just won the MVP right there. Because I was just like, man, here's this game, one of the last games of the night, one of the last games of the Big 12.
Another question of the day.
Yeah, and I just, looking at their 31-7, 5 steals. I mean, without him, they don't win this game. I mean, he kept them in it in the first half, and he finished it in the second. And I just thought that I was just looking at that game, and all I was thinking to myself, like, man. And then also I thought, this the Koa Peat that we need going into the tournament.
Yeah.
This the Koa Peat that we need going into the tournament. Aggressive downhill, was making a little turnarounds down there. Just seemed like he was just having fun again out there and just playing real light on his feet.
JW Madden, your thoughts on the win over the Colorado Buffaloes?
Yeah, I agree with everything Kelvin said. I think Colorado came out very spirited, as we knew they would. They always play great at home. Really awkward start in that Ivan Karchenkov picks up the 2 fouls in the first minute. It was 19:01 left on the clock when he went to the bench and Anthony Del Orso came in. Speaking of which, I love Delly when he first came in. His first 10 possessions, guys, he facilitated on 8 of them. He was really looking for his teammates. But as you already mentioned, I mean, Koa Peat, really efficient from the field, really bouncy, really aggressive, and really purposeful offensively. And Brayden Burries just looks so smooth. I mean, he's basically looks the same as he did the first couple of weeks of the season. Outside of the foul troubles, I don't see much different outside of an increased confidence level because he's done it now for 30 games at this level. The Cats have that fight. You're going to see adversity this time of year. This is what March is all about. Games aren't going to go perfect. There's no such thing as perfect games. Go back and look at all the deep runs Arizona men's basketball has made in the NCAA tournament. All of them had games where they faced adversity and found some way to get it done. So there's going to be games like this. Might as well get prepared for these kind of March shenanigans now. And as always, I mean, I'm just a huge fan of Coach Boyle and everything that he does. So I expected a fight from those guys. I expected them to come out and try to get this win against, number 2 ranked Arizona. And they really were on the precipice until Brayden Burries and Koa Peat kind of closed that door down the stretch. I don't know. JB had a couple of turnovers, awkward turnovers as well, in addition to going. He didn't take many shots tonight. But we got to talk at some point, Kelvin, about those sideline traps late in games where somehow the senior point guard finds himself trapped against the sideline. And we've seen several turnovers in that situation, and you got to be better. You can't be trapped on that sideline as a senior point guard. Find a way to get rid of the ball or find a way to get through that before you get sealed there against the sideline. But great win. Great win, as all wins have been this year. On to the next one. Really looking forward to the Big 12 tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, my top takeaway, and it just really goes to the fact that it seems like this team is so they just chisel away at deficits. They got down again in this game, but it wasn't like there's never any panic with this team. You never feel like that anyway, that there's any panic with this club, that they're going to find a way to start to whittle that deficit down, and little by little. They didn't get any of those skill shots that we've talked about all season long, but they got 7-0 runs, 6-0 runs, 8-0 runs to get back to where they could take the lead in this ball game, and then they just start to build on that. Brayden Burries obviously got aggressive in that second half, taking the ball to the basket. I thought that defensively early on, there were way too many. I mean, the fast break opportunities that Colorado was getting, it seemed like every time they got a turnover, there was like nobody back to defend them on the run early in that game. And so that was a little bit concerning early on for Arizona, but they cleaned that up in the second half. I mean, Koa Peat, you mentioned, was just nails inside, and they kept feeding him inside in that first half, and he was just a man-child there. And Toby Awaka came up big, I thought, in the second half with a few good buckets when they got on kind of that run to take the lead there early in that first kind of maybe midway through that second half, did Arizona. And a record 29th win in the regular season. That is definitely something to hang your hat on in a year where there have been a number of things to hang your hat on for this team. And like I said, I maybe was a little bit of surprise, but not really. I kind of knew that they weren't going to pull guys back in this particular ball game, knowing what's at stake, knowing that you really do just have to keep the momentum going with how you've played all season long. So good win by the Wildcats tonight to finish things out. 89-79.
You know, 9 would be how many games they could have potentially remaining.
Yeah.
38, that's the most wins any team's ever
Anytime,
had.
yeah.
Yeah, the 38, I think it's happened twice. I know Memphis did, maybe back when you were covering. And I think more recently, Kentucky, I think with that Brow, when Brow was a freshman, I think they had 38.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get it on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Okay, let's dive into what texter David Kaplan said in that first hour. He talked about the free throws, 19 of 20. Again, they won the game by 10, 19 of 26 in this game. They missed 7. They missed 5 in the second half of the contest. 2 misses by Koa, 2 misses by Motias. 6 of 8, though. I'll still take that from Motias on most nights if he can make you 6 of 8. Toby, his streak came to an end. He had made 17 in a row, 17 in a row coming into the game. He missed his only free throw tonight. 7 is more than you'd like them to miss, and I think in a close game you're more worried about that. But I was just happy they started getting to the line, because early on Colorado was dominating in that respect, and it didn't look like the Wildcats were going to be able to even that, but they were in the second half after they started going more inside.
Yeah, I look at it, and to me, I'm more wary when one guy is missing a bunch of free throws.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I worry.
When a guy who gets fouled a lot is missing a lot of free throws in particular,
Yeah, and when I look up and down, and it's just one here, the couple by Koa Peat, he need to get his legs up under him. The couple by Crevis, you kind of expect that, especially at 6 of 8. It's pretty good for him. And 11 of 12 from Burries. I don't really feel too concerned. I think that's something, though, as a coach, you can say, hey, guys, look here. This is something that we need to, put a little extra time on and make sure that we're locked in, and it don't be, free throws don't be a reason for us not, attaining some of the success we want. So I just think it's just another thing, just like this game in itself. It's a chance for coach to come back and say, hey, man, look, here's a team that's not even going to the tournament that can beat you if you're not locked in and ready to play every day. So don't underestimate your opponent, and make sure you're locked in on the free throw line.
So on the season, they shoot 74%. 19 out of 26 is 73%, guys. That's right on their average.
If there's one guy, it's Koa Peat for me. And he's routinely missed 2, I think, in a lot of these games. He went 1 for 3 tonight. He was 0 for 2 against Iowa State. He made all 4 against Kansas. He was 2 for 4 against Texas Tech, a game they lost. He was 2 for 4 in a game against Kansas that they lost. He's shooting just 60% on the season. That's a guy I worry about, because if I'm an opposing team now, especially the way he started that game, I might be fouling him versus allowing him to get easy baskets at the rim, because I don't know that he's necessarily proved that he can make free throws consistency. So if there's one guy that does worry me, it's Koa Peat. And I think if I was if I was an opposing coach, I might look at that a little bit closer and say, we can't let that guy get easy baskets down low. If he's got to look at in the 0 to 2 foot range, foul him and make him earn that at the line, because he might not be able to do it.
Good luck. Because, he had 5 dunks tonight, and everything else was, 12 to 14 feet out?
Yeah.
Like that, with that little smooth jump shot. The issue there is, you're talking about a front line with not Koa Peat, but Koa Peat, Tobe Awaka, and Moteus Krivas. So if you're going to foul out a lot of your bigs, the rule of thumb is always foul a suspect free throw shooter right around the rim. If they're going to get a layup, you make sure that they don't even get the ball above their neck, right? You're going to try to make sure that they don't get an easy bucket. I don't think we're going to see teams foul Koa Peat at half court.
No.
Early in a possession, thinking, hey, we'd rather have Koa shoot 2 free throws than try to defend Arizona in the half court. But it just comes down to the responsibility, Kelvin, of each individual player taking their job seriously. Your job is to get up there. Koa Peat is a big. He's been a big his whole life. You know how many times he's been fouled, Kelvin? You know how many free throws he's shot? He knows he's going to be fouled. He knows he has to shoot free throws. Just knock him down.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. 520-848-1290. It's Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. I'm David Kelly. We've got Kelvin Efon. We've got J.W. Madden here. We've got you on the phones. David Kaplan, we appreciate your text into the program. And please do text again. Don't get too worried about the free throws.
Yeah, Mr. Kaplan, I think you are among 150 million Arizona Wildcat basketball fans who are concerned with free throws always. I think that's always going to be a huge concern because they're free points.
Yeah.
Right? And so, especially sitting in the stands or sitting on TV watching at home, you just think, Kelvin, like, man, like you got to not. Now, front end of 1-and-1s, like there was a game 2 games ago where they missed 3 straight front end of 1-and-1s. Like that, you can't be having that. I think what Kelvin said, just real quick, I think what Kelvin said is, as long as the whole team as a whole is good free throw shooters as a group, you're not going to have one guy. When, oh man, I'm blanking on his name, who went to Indiana.
Oh, Umar.
Yeah, when Umar Ballo, was shooting 45%, it was a problem, right? Because teams would foul him. He couldn't be in the game late. Koa right around 60, 61% on the season, Kelvin, I think is enough. You have your head enough above water that teams aren't going to necessarily foul that guy early in a possession just to put him at the free throw line. And again, like I just said, it's just Koa's job to set his feet, calm his mind, and knock down that free throw like he's done throughout his whole life. You just have to you got to knock down the big ones, Kelvin. You got to make sure that you hit those ones in the important times.
And I'll say this, what's more concerning to me is you can't let these little guards go off. I mean, we're talking about the free throws in a 10-point victory, and the reality is a guy went for 28. A guy went for 28 that probably should have been held to 16.
He was bodying people too.
Yeah.
When he was doing that little
140-pound guy going by.
No, they did. No, he did though. Like the hostage dribble when he got his shoulders behind somebody, he was hostage dribbling guys like Brayden Burries and moving them back.
Yeah. Well, he said he practiced against pros, so you have to learn how to maneuver and figure out a way how to score over those big guys. So you could tell that he has plenty of experience of understanding how to score and how to get fouled and to go to the free throw line and be calm and knock him down. But to me, more so, it was about slowing him down. You can't have guys get going on you like that. I've been telling you guys all year. I said the one type of person, the one type of player that scares me when you're talking about tournament play, one and done, is little guards like Isaiah Johnson in between that 5'9" to 6'2", real jitterbug, and just because we have so many big guards, which is advantageous when you're playing other big guards, but when you're playing those smaller guys and you can't quite get down and control them. They could be a problem if they really get going. And they had a couple of those guys today. And, luckily they didn't get hot from 3 because this could have been another story.
Little super quick guards and inverted bigs, right?
I like the way Arizona closed in this game as well. They made 11 of their last 14 shots tonight, while Colorado made just 4 of their last 15 in the game. Good teams know how to close. Let's get to the phone lines, 520-848-1290, and chat with you about this one. First up is Jesse. You're on Meridian Management, Arizona Gameday, the post-game show.
So in addition to this... Yeah, just a great game. I really enjoyed it, watching it. The boys come on that last half. They put it to them. I was a little worried during that first half, though.
What'd you like most about the second half, Jesse?
I like the percentage of field goals.
The percentage of field goals. They shot
70%.
They shot 70% from the field in the second half.
Fantastic.
19.
That's what you got to do.
19 of 27.
Yeah, that's good shooting. The boys, they brought it home there in that second half. I was a little worried that first half. Yeah, they couldn't hit they weren't shooting too good that first half.
Never worry, Jesse. There's always plenty of time.
Yeah, well, I want to see them go all the way in the March Madness.
There we go. Hey, Jesse, appreciate the call. Thank you.
Thank you.
520-848-1290 is the number to get on the program. We'll get our next break in here. We'll come back. We will hand out our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game and chat with you as well at 520-848-1290. Call or text the program. It is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day after an 89-79 U of A win at Colorado to finish the regular season at 29-2, heading into Kansas City as the number 1 seed. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Up your game in a new Buick or GMC from Royal Buick GMC. At Royal, we always deliver a quality vehicle at a great price. Score a great deal with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff and our transparent online pricing. Plus, Royal offers a 72-hour buyback guarantee. Score big at Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. See dealer for details. Royal Buick GMC in the Tucson Auto Mall or RoyalTucson.com.
Back your hometown favorite. Get your very own exclusive University of Arizona debit card from Hughes Federal Credit Union. Pair your new card with a free checking account that earns dividends with no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and convenient 24/7 online and mobile banking. Visit one of our 7 convenient branch locations to get your card instantly or open an account online at hughesfcu.org/wildcats. Show your Wildcat spirit all year long with Hughes Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Morning begins in the Rincon foothills. Rocking K, a master-planned community and place to call home, offering distinct neighborhoods designed to fit your lifestyle. Explore the outdoors, walk the trails, visit Saguaro National Park. Enjoy community parks and make new friends at Rocking K resident events. Walk to Vail School District's newest campus in Rocking K, Saguaro Creek. 17 model homes, 6 quality builders, move-in ready homes available from the 300s. Rocking K, designed by nature. A community by design.
Now is the perfect time to start your next home renovation project. At the Window Depot, you get factory direct prices, no installers, no middleman, and serious savings. Windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, all in stock and ready to take home today. Perfect for DIYers and contractors who want to save thousands and get materials fast. Your project, your timeline, the best prices. Shop online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you.
Wow, this is bad.
Oh no, how bad? When will my AC be fixed?
You know, I don't know. It's your flux capacitor. They don't make them anymore. Special order. Couple grand easy.
Oh my God, what?
Don't get air-conned into paying for shoddy service and stuff you don't need. Put Goodfellas on the job. Goodfellas AC will repair or install your AC the right way the first time. You'll know up front exactly what it'll cost and how long it'll take. No surprises and free second opinions. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez at Meridian Wealth Management, and one of the hardest things I witness is when someone passes and they hadn't updated their beneficiaries properly beforehand. We all experience change in our lives, marriage, divorce, kids, and we work very hard for what we have. Leaving your legacy exactly the way you desire is important. This is your reminder to review all of your beneficiary designations today and at least annually. Seek guidance if you need it. Call our office at 520-719-1433 for more information.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Our daughter was addicted to pain meds, and for over 2 decades, she was lost to us. We tried to help, but the more we tried, the worse it got. She went to 18 different rehabs. We finally realized that to really love her, we needed to let her go, even when that meant her going to jail. When she got out, she went to Gospel Rescue Mission, and as the days turned into months, we knew we had our daughter back.
If you need help, or if you know someone who needs help, go to grmtucson.com.
In Tucson,
Cool Willie's knows desert dust, dirt, and debris are the #1 AC killers when the heat hits. That's why our signature tune-up is the best way to get your system summer ready. Right now, we're offering a preseason AC reset, a deep internal clean where our technicians remove built-up dust, restore airflow, and prep your home before temperatures spike. First-time customers get their preseason AC reset for just $39, normally $129. Appointments fill fast before the first heat wave. Go to coolwillies.com and click Book Now.
It's a full court press this March at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Join our $1 million March Mania promotion for your shot at $1 million with your bracket picks. Or win $100,000 with a perfect prop card. Now through April 6th. Swipe your Club Soul card daily for a free drawing entry. Plus, every 200 slot and table points is an additional entry. Then join us April 6th for the grand finale drawing, only at Casino del Sol, an enterprise of the Pascua Yaqui tribe.
So, what is it that scares you the most?
The blue trucks from Essential Pest Control, Doctor. They leave bugs belly up.
I use one of those national companies.
Thanks, Doc. Those guys don't scare me.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Buy local and stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. That's 866-3029. Or visit essentialpest.com.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
For Holland, left wing, pump fake the three. His ball, tip, grabbed by Karchinkov. Another steal for Yvonne. Head to Burries the other way. Burries streaking down, all the way to the bucket. Laid up and good.
That's Arizona basketball. Deflection from Karchenkov. Steal turns into a lay-in going the other way.
Arizona Wildcats knock off the Colorado Buffaloes 89-79 in Boulder to finish 29-2 on the season. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We will go over with you the final seedings for the tournament coming up a little bit later. We'll also hand out our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game in this segment. Let's head back to the phones, though, and hear from Doug. You're on Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, the post-game show.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm not alarmed by this performance. There were definitely some things to not be too thrilled about. Obviously, the performance of Koa Peat and Brayden Burries is something to be thrilled about. But I just, I always think about the mental game of the players is usually pretty much in parallel with our mental state as fans and observers. And so if we as fans can honestly say that we were extremely fired up for this game, I think we'd be lying because, it's the first game probably all year where I didn't feel like there was a lot on the line.
Right.
We've got everything locked up. We already cut down nets, which is like the ultimate emotional come down when you're, in front of 14,600 fans cutting down nets and holding up a trophy. And then you got to get on a plane, go to Boulder, and play a game that, on paper doesn't mean a whole lot. I didn't want to lose it, but yeah, the fact that some of the guys didn't perform up to their standards doesn't really alarm me because we've seen them under the brighter lights, and I think that they'll be there when the time comes. At least I hope I'm right. And, I was just going to say kind of tongue-in-cheek that, some people were talking this week like, hey, we should rest Bradley. And it kind of looked like maybe he rested himself. I had to go there. I hate to say it, JB, because we love JB. But, yeah, he was out there trying, but, yeah, his performance wasn't really up to his standard. Yeah, go ahead.
34 minutes for Jaden in the ball game. So the minutes went like this. Jaden 34, Brayden 33. Koa played 35. Those were the three guys that played over 30 minutes in the game.
Okay. Yeah, as far as the free throw stuff that you guys were talking about, I agree that Koa is the one guy that concerns me the most as far as being a liability late in the game. At the same time, you kind of want him on the court for a lot of other reasons. So I'm sure Tommy's got a plan with that. Whichever way he goes is, I'll back him up on that, of course. But also you got to remember this is the last true road game we're going to play all year. And I've got to say, in college basketball, they have really increased what they allow fans to do at arenas in terms of what they hold up as the background. You're not going to see that in Kansas City, and you're not going to see that in the NCAA tournament. giant, Chick-fil-A burger picture cutouts and pictures of people's grandmas and all this stuff. I mean, BYU literally had like 2 of those giant inflatable waving air guy things, right? And, you've got like the spinning discs and, optical illusion discs and all this kind of stuff. So that's one thing. Like we on TV, watching it on TV, if we're looking at the side view of just, Mo Krivas at the line shooting a free throw, it's like, oh, how did he miss that? I like the fact that they actually showed it over his shoulders and you can see what he's shooting into, because that is distracting, and it takes a lot of mental focus. I don't know if Kelvin can speak to that. Like, how do guys block that out?
Yeah, how many giant wavy inflatable tube men did you shoot free throws looking into you, Kelvin?
Yeah, that's not something you practice, right? So you got to really lock in, man, and get your eyes focused on that rim so you can finish. But it is, funny sometimes, when you look up and you just see all the things that they're trying to do to distract you from knocking down the free throw.
And all I'm going to say is, like, if you can't beat them, join them. And I don't like it because I feel like it's a little bit too artificial and too corporate. But, hey, if these other schools are going to do it, then I want to see the Zona Zoo have some giant Sonoran hot dogs and big green cactuses waving in the air. And I mean, they already do. They do some of that with the fat heads, but it's just not as much as the other schools.
It's like Coach. Coach talks about celebrating with your guys. Don't poke fun at the player you just dunked on. Celebrate your dunk with your boys, right? And I think that's what the Arizona student section is those heads that they did for the longest time. We're celebrating the Arizona players, as opposed to finding pictures of the opponent's grandmas and blowing up a big picture of it and having it in the stands type of thing.
Yeah. No, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the artificial stuff, but I'm all for the fans actually being organized at what Duke has always done for many years. They're swaying together, or they're clapping in unison, or something that is more organic.
Duke is there are spreadsheets and months of planning that go into the newsletter that's sent out to the student section for the Blue Devils fans, so they know in unison what kind of well-researched dig they're going to have for the coaching staff or players. So,
what is it about the University of Arizona? Yeah, I was going to say, what is it about a University of Arizona student that's not capable of doing something that organized? That's what bothers me a little bit. I feel like I've gotten off topic. I just wanted to say that about the free throws.
I think they're capable. I don't know if they're motivated. That's a huge part of what Duke started doing that in the 80s, and they're like the Stanford. Kelvin, speak to the Stanford student section and how smart those guys were with their jeers.
Oh my goodness, man! They were well informed and ready and early. And early, they had to shoot around, getting going. And I just
talking like personal stuff that people don't know. Man, they did research,
way before I even knew Duke was doing it. That's the Stanford crowd was the one that was the, getting after you with all kind of little quirky things. I remember they was really after Damon Stoudemire, but he lit them up.
Yeah, actually, my favorite memory of Gilbert Arenas was actually when I went to the road game at Stanford. And he fouled out, and the crowd was doing that whole left, right thing as he's walking to the bench. So what does Gilbert do? He starts hopping on one foot, left, right, trying to get them to have to and he's laughing while he does it, trying to get the crowd to have to say it in the wrong order. Well, he took the power back.
He became the puppeteer.
Hey, there it is. I really liked what Awaka did finishing around the rim, just to get it back to the X's and O's here. I thought that, besides the freshmen that were obviously, huge, I just thought that was a big weapon for us to have, for him just cleaning stuff up around the basket. That I thought made up for some of the scoring that we lost with Bradley and Del Orso tonight. So, good on him on that.
And let me say this about Bradley and Del Orso. 0 for 3, 0 for 4. Usually when you have seniors, last game, regular season game, they may try to shoot 15, 20 shots just because. But these guys saw that the freshmen had it going, and they deferred. 0 for 4? I told you, Del Orso is a guy, if you want him to score, he has to have about 10 to 12 shots. 4 shots, you're not going to be able to find out what he has. And then Bradley, 0 for 3, that means that he wasn't even really looking to score. When he's looking to score, he's going to get 12 to 15 shots. So, again, he saw that Koa Peat was playing well early, and then Brayden was playing well, was playing well as well. So, you just go with the flow. I mean, and it was just one of those games. I mean, only 3 shot attempts. He wasn't trying to shoot us out of it.
You know what I really liked
That's a
as
great
far
point.
as Tobey was concerned, Doug, was the high-low. Like, we saw more high-low tonight than maybe the last 3 or 4 games combined, and it was working. So clearly it depends on how the defense is playing against you. But, man, when they started to go that 2-3, matchup kind of amoeba thing, they didn't work too well because they cut them up and had some really nice high-lows against it. So, yeah, as long as the force is to get the ball inside, as we all know from watching this team, and they keep that focus up. I mean, looking at the shot selection, like Kelvin just said, only 7 shots from those 2 perimeter guys. But Tobey gets more shots than he normally does, right? And clearly Koa had it going, so they were feeding Koa as well.
Yeah, no, Kelvin, that's a great point about the shot volume because, like, would you rather have your guys go 0 for 3, 0 for 4, or 2 for 12? And we've all seen the Alonzo Triers and the Kirk Reeses and Kylan Boswells that go 2 for 12, and that's 10 missed shots as opposed to 3 or 4 missed shots. So what you're saying is he gave up those shot attempts, and other guys were actually making their shots. And so, I'd rather have an 0 for 3 than a 2 for 11 out of those guys.
And we all know if Jaden Bradley wanted to get to a 14-foot jumper, if he wanted to get 10, 14-foot jumpers off, he could have got to a spot and had an open look. Like, that's no problem. He can get to that spot anytime he wants off the dribble and can rise up into that shot, which is, 80% this year? He's money on that shot. It just didn't look like JB was even looking at the rim.
Well, Tad Boyle knows that too, and so maybe I don't really know, but maybe he put in a little focus for his guys on defense to take that away from us, that mid-range game for JB. I don't know. But, and I just thought, with Isaiah Johnson, man, he has a bucket. He's going to get a lot of money.
Did you hear his quote? Did you hear his quote? Because, CP3's his godfather, right? So his dad works for Clutch. So his dad works for Clutch. So he grew up around all those guys. Like, he knows Dwayne Wade, he hangs out with all the time. He played high school with CP3's son. And he was asked who his player he modeled his game after. And he said Kyrie. So it's like CP3's his godfather, and he models his game after Kyrie. I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Look for that guy to be in a Kentucky uniform next year. I don't want to jinx it against Colorado fans, but a guy like that, man, I could just see some big program. Sure. Yeah, some big program's gonna throw a lot of money at that.
And the only reason why I'm gonna disagree with you is because of who his dad is.
Okay.
And a lot of times you have some of these dads that understand that it's more about where you at and being able to play your game. Because if he was at a bigger school, he wouldn't be able to play like that. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay. He's got freedom.
But that, you go and look at every point guard he ever had, that's the way they play. So you got to go where it fits. So we'll see. We'll revisit this. Well, I say he stays or go to the league.
Okay.
Because right now he on the verge. After having a game like that versus Arizona and having a dad in that type of position, and having the experience of playing pro players, having a game like this, 28 and 5 assists versus Arizona with all the tough defenders, I mean, that'll make people take another look at you.
The problem, though, is he's 165, right? And he's not a shooter. He's a guy who's getting to the rim. So what's the comp for the modern NBA for that? Because, Trae Young is about
Well, he was 4 for 6 from 3. Now, if he would have shot a little bit more higher volume, he might would have knocked a few more down.
And he's a kid, so obviously he's going to get better from range. He's going to improve his three-point shot. I'm saying right now today, we're talking about the NBA draft. Is he coming back? Is he going? That's the question. At 165 pounds in the modern NBA and 6'1", I'm not to say that guy can't get it done and have a long NBA career. He said his biggest thing he needs to do is get in the weight room. We all know that. What I'm saying is, in the modern NBA where all the guards are shooting from 30 feet, if your goal, Kelvin, is to get in the paint and cause mayhem, like AI, right? What was AI, 6'1", 175, about the same, right? But it's a different era. It's a different era in modern basketball in the NBA. A lot of spacing, a lot of shooting. So we'll see. But the kid is no doubt. I'm sorry. The young man, Isaiah Johnson, is a fine basketball player, and he has a bright future in the game.
Yeah, I just wanted to give him his props because he was pretty impressive. But last thing is, I know you guys are going to get into the Kansas City bracket. A few years ago in the Pac-12, we kind of had a revenge tour where, every team that we had lost to during the year, we kind of had a chance to get revenge on them in the postseason. And so I'm kind of hoping that we get a crack at Texas Tech because we only played them that one time this year. We had an amazing year, but I hate losing at McHale, so I want to get some revenge on them. and then maybe we would get a chance to have the tiebreaker against Kansas in the championship game if we get that far. So that would be pretty cool.
We'll see.
So that's my vote.
Cyclones are hungry too, though.
I was going to say, and I think Coach Lloyd would love to play Texas Tech again because I never heard him talk about toughness issues until after Texas Tech guy was talking about that they were tougher than us.
Grant McCasland.
Yes, his head coach. He was talking about how tough they were after they won that game, and it just seemed like Coach been having a little edge, about that, and he's been talking about toughness ever since. Because before you think about it, they were basically 22-1. They had just only lost to Kansas, so it wasn't there wasn't any talk of Arizona being soft, right? There wasn't any talk, but now I hear him ever since that Texas Tech game, and I think he probably overheard what was said in that huddle, probably at one of the film sessions, and he said, "Look, guys, see, they still think you soft from the West Coast."
The dumb thing is like these, talking heads on the 4-panel, 5-panel morning shows or whatever, and it'll be, oh, hey, Michigan and Arizona both undefeated still. I think if the Wolverines match up with the Wildcats, the Wolverines are much tougher. They're a Big Ten squad, and that stuff is said offhand, like all the time. And this, Kelvin. I mean, who's it? Reggie, right? Like Reggie Geary.
Right.
Go tell Reggie Geary that guys from California are soft, right? Like there are a lot of guys. I mean, go look at every NBA All-Star in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them are from California. So
and also this year, you can't say that about Arizona and Arizona State anymore, or because they're in the Big 12, and they have to go against the supposedly bullies and the tough guys anyway.
Arizona is the bully now.
And they're representing, so I just think that, man, you really can't say that now. Back in the day when we was playing in the Pac-12 was kind of soft sometimes. I mean, and it was because of the depth. You always had those teams at the top, 3 or 4 teams that were tough.
Quick athletic players in the pack, and a lot of lumbering kind of big dudes, maybe slower footed in the early Big 12. Big 12 days when it first started out. Big 10 was always known for its 6'11" slow footed white dudes. Come on, like every single team had them, right? So like that was a bygone era. I think people live in an era that no longer exists. And if you're talking, first of all, Arizona doesn't play in the West Coast anymore. They play in the Texas League, right? So it's not even applicable. But look at the roster.
Right.
How many Arizona players are on this roster? How many whatever? So again, it's just a dumb old talking point that no longer applies. Watch a game and you'll see how tough Arizona is. Period.
Well, the other storyline that I heard this morning, Jay Billis said, or was asked, which of the potential number 1 seeds seem most vulnerable, and he said Arizona because they rely so much on freshmen. And first of all, I want to say, okay, what year is Cameron Boozer? But also, hey, our freshman just scored 56 points tonight, buddy. So I don't know. I don't know if that's actually a problem or an asset.
Yeah, Burries is 20, and
you guys go.
Karchenkov has 6 years of experience playing against pros. So, not
there
exactly the normal freshman.
Doug, we appreciate
great. Well,
your
I'll talk
call.
to you guys next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
520-848-1290. Before we go to break, let's hear from Anthony. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show.
Hey, happy Sunday, guys.
Happy Sunday to you, Anthony.
Yeah, so, not really too much on today's game. Today's game for me was one of the games that it's very rare, for the season, not really caring on what the outcome was. Every time there's one of our players took a hard bump, I was just looking at the TV, just hoping they would get up. To me, it was more about, we have the bigger goal now is March, is NCAA tournament, and so I just want to make sure we're at full strength and everything like that. This would have been the ultimate trap game. You had the Baylor game in between, but after you had the Houston game, then you had the Baylor game on the road, and then you had the revenge tour kind of. Well, not revenge tour. You had the Kansas for the revenge tour, and then the senior day with Iowa State. The emotions must have been high and for those 2 games. And then you have to fly over to Colorado, who was 16-15. And so, today's game, I was just worried about getting out of this game without any injuries. Of course, always want Arizona to win, but I just wanted to just make sure we got out healthy. The Big 12 tournament's looking like it's a nice little draw for us, the way everything shook up. We'll be avoiding Houston and Kansas. They'll have to fight through each other to get to the finals, to get to us if we get to the finals. I'm really looking forward to the game because I'm going to the Big 12 tournament.
Awesome.
And our game on Thursday is the second game of the doubleheader, and most likely it's looking like the first game is going to be Iowa State and
Texas
if they
Tech.
can get by their game and Texas Tech. So that's a very entertaining game to watch right before the Arizona game. And then possibly getting Texas Tech being down. I mean, I know they've got some wins without Toppin, but with Toppin gone, I kind of think Iowa State's going to come out of that game. Plus, what I hear is that what we were in Vegas is what Iowa State is in Kansas City for this tournament. I hear that they travel well, and so I hear it's going to be like what we were in Vegas. So
well, they're just really hungry. The last time they went to the Final Four was 100 years ago. Literally, it was 1944. Not quite 100 years, but yeah, they've been really, really, really on that doorstep, on that precipice to get there. So yeah, Cyclone fans are crazy. Looking forward to a win, but I wouldn't count them out. I mean, Texas Tech has played really well. Also, Baylor has had some decent games recently. So, it's going to be an interesting bracket, but you got to send us some reports on barbecue and make sure you call in for the post game for sure.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm definitely going to be calling you guys for those post games. I'll probably be calling you with barbecue all over my face when I do call you guys. Barbecue over my face, barbecue over my shirt, everything. It's going to be fun. Well, all over my sweater because it's nothing but cold weather while we're up there. And we fly out on Wednesday night. We get there late Wednesday, but then we turn around and early Thursday, get some breakfast, and then probably catch the second half of hopefully it's Texas Tech versus Iowa State. Get to watch that, then get to hopefully watch an Arizona win, then get some more barbecue, and that's where you'll be getting my phone calls. So if I'm chewing while I'm talking, I'm sorry, guys. But that's all I've heard about is barbecue here, so we're looking forward to that. But yeah, the most important thing is just wanting I definitely want us to win every game we're at, especially since we're going to be there. But just right now, it's just let's get to the 19th. Is it March 19th? I always get that date confused right now.
I think that is correct. Yeah.
Yeah, the 19th. Let's just get there full force. Everybody going, everybody healthy, and let's see what we can do.
There you go, Anthony. Appreciate it. Have fun, man.
Thank you, guys. So, like I said, I started saying last year, about 5 years ago to you guys, hope to speak with you guys 9 more times.
Nine more times. That'll be fun.
Yeah, 9 more times, and hopefully on the 9th time we're celebrating, we're crying, we're tearing down 4th Avenue, whatever it may be.
Oh gosh.
We're not really doing that, but whatever it may be, like to be happy. But hopefully that's on the 9th call.
I was like 10 feet away from that cop car on fire.
Oh wow.
Allen Fieldhouse is only 44 miles.
We're actually we're doing
From
that.
T-Mobile
So my buddy, one of my friend that we're going with, that's our intention. This Friday, try to go check out the Kansas campus. And you gotta if you're that close,
it's right there. Yeah, it's like 45 miles away from the team where the Big 12 tournament is playing. Is like 45 miles away from where Kansas plays. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was actually the plan, is to go up there Friday morning. Hopefully hopefully everything goes well Thursday in the event. But that's the goal. Go check out Allen Fieldhouse on Friday if we can. See if we could go take a look, get a peek inside, hopefully, and just see history. And that's like one of the holy grails of college basketball. You look at that. You look at Cameron. You look at what would you say? Maybe
Poly Pavilion.
Kentucky. Yeah. Oh, Poly. Yeah, Poly. Definitely. Indiana. And one last thing, guys. And you guys know this, and we're so blessed. We're so lucky here in Arizona, man. Lute Olson started this. I mean, we had some teams before, but Lute Olson's the godfather of Arizona. Like, it was big time history at Arizona, what he did. I remember growing up as a kid. I had a rough childhood growing up as a kid, but every Thursday, every Saturday, it gave me a 2-hour break from whatever bad was going on. I had a great family, great parents and that, but just had some things happen young and that with family and this and that. And you always had that 2-hour break. That was my getaway. I always knew Thursday and Saturday, no matter what was going on in the world, I could get away with that. Get away from that and just be able to focus. I remember my brothers taking me to the Wildcat house when I was little. I watched that Arizona Duke double overtime here in Tucson with Wayne Womack steal to put it into overtime, and then we took that game down. I remember that. I was going through some. My dad was in the hospital at that time, and it took away. So what Ludolfson's done for us here, and then we have to thank Sean Miller as well, because he did, like, look at Syracuse, look at Indiana, look at even Louisville at times. Those are considered some of the holy grails of basketball, and Syracuse is now falling off the map. Indiana will have a good year every 5 years now, 7, 8 years. Arizona, like Sean Miller was that good bridge between Olsen and then Tommy Lloyd. We're very lucky. Not colleges can, even North Carolina's not the same as they've been in the past. Colleges, we've just been very lucky that we've had 3 coaches that have kept us national spotlight and kept the Arizona brand going. So we're just very lucky fans, and I want every fan to enjoy this time that we have.
Anthony, we always appreciate hearing from you.
Bear down, guys. Happy Sunday. Speak to you guys on Thursday.
Sounds good. Anthony,
Bear down. You all over my face.
City.
Let's do it.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We will get a break in here. So before we go to break, though, I just want to let you know the bracket is set now. Texas Tech, they lost tonight or last night now. Texas Tech lost on the road at BYU 82-76. Robert Wright III had 27 points on the Goldberg and Osborne scoreboard.
Up huge. Like they had like a 12-point lead in the first half. BYU came back.
Yeah. So Texas Tech is 4, Kansas is 3. So the bracket that feeds into U of A is the 9-16 game on Monday, which will be Cincinnati against Utah. And then the winner of that game will face 8th seed Central Florida. And then the winner of that game will face U of A. So there is a small possibility U of A in the semifinals could see their rivals from down north if Bobby Hurley and company could get on a run. And they are in the 12-13 game against Baylor, beat Baylor, then beat Iowa State, then beat Texas Tech, and then maybe meet up with the Wildcats on Friday in the semifinals. That's a long shot, but it could happen. Iowa State, the 5 seed, Texas Tech, the 4 seed, also on U of A's side of the bracket. So that's what you're looking at to get things going in Kansas City this coming week. 520-848-1290. Much more coming up for you straight ahead. We'll hand out our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game, review keys to the game, and also see who beat the book. 89-79, number 2, Arizona beats Colorado. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Up your game in a new Buick or GMC from Royal Buick GMC. At Royal, we always deliver a quality vehicle at a great price. Score a great deal with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff and our transparent online pricing. Plus, Royal offers a 72-hour buyback guarantee. Score big at Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. See dealer for details. Royal Buick GMC in the Tucson Auto Mall or royaltucson.com.
Advantage Air Mechanical, the team you can trust. Call 792-9400.
When it comes to the comfort and indoor air quality of your home and office, Advantage Air Mechanical has you covered. Breathing healthy air and having reliable air conditioning is important. If you or someone you know is in need of air conditioning services or a new system installation, we are here to help. Advantage Air Mechanical, 792-9400. AZROC 214570.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Now is the perfect time to start your next home renovation project. At the Window Depot, you get factory direct prices, no installers, no middleman, and serious savings. Windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, all in stock and ready to take home today. Perfect for DIYers and contractors who want to save thousands and get materials fast. Your project, your timeline, the best prices. Shop online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you.
You know it. Your neighbors know it. And let's face it, the mailman knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be. But thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was, and even better. Dorado Rock Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
First Chiropractic is pleased to announce that Access Health Plans now cover chiropractic care. A referral by your PCP is required. For more information, go to firstchiro.com, the most trusted name in chiropractic care. A proud U of A radio sponsor.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Prepare yourself. Something extraordinary is about to break loose right in the center of town. Get ready for Casino del Sol. Bigger, brighter, bolder. We are where excitement doesn't just rise, it erupts. We are where fun doesn't just elevate, it takes flight. We aren't just a casino. We are the beginning of a new era. We are Casino del Sol, an enterprise of the Pascua Yaqui tribe.
The cold Arizona nights are here. Is your furnace ready? For just $59, Rightway is offering a complete system tune-up, ensuring your furnace runs efficiently to keep your home comfortable all season long. Routine maintenance is key to avoiding costly breakdowns. And with over 11,000 five-star Google reviews, you can trust Rightway to get the job done right. Plus, we'll include a free carbon monoxide test for your peace of mind. Call Rightway today at 520-640-2665 or visit us at rightwayac.com for your $59 complete system tune-up.
Why do I spend so much time educating our youth about financial wellness? I have seen the fire ignite inside of young adults when I show them how the power of compound investing can change their futures. This is Natalie Fernandez at Meridian Wealth Management, and I'm committed to affecting change with our youth. An idea for all of you listening today, gift a Roth IRA contribution for the holidays or birthdays for your kids and grandkids. Contact our office at 520-719-1433 for guidance and details. The change begins with us.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, a full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Peat looking to drive, gets to the free throw line, throw it inside of Waka, underneath. Pump fake goes up and rolls it in. That's just all strength for Tobe Awaka.
High-low set call for Tobe to take advantage in the low block.
Toby Waka was huge in that second half for your Arizona Wildcats. He would finish the game with 10 points, 5 of 7 overall. He had 8 of those 10 points in the second half of the game. 10 points, 7 rebounds. He had 1 assist and 1 turnover in 17 minutes. Wildcats win at 89-79 over the Colorado Buffaloes to close out the regular season. 29-2 is the record heading into the postseason and the Big 12 tournament. And the Wildcats will be the number 1 seed in Kansas City. The bottom half of the bracket, 15-10 game, will be Kansas State versus BYU. That'll feed into the game against the 7th seed West Virginia. And the 2 seed waiting with the double bye is Houston there. And then at the bottom, it's the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the CU Buffaloes. That game will feed into the team with the single bye, which is Texas Christian, TCU, and then Kansas is the team with the double bye on that end. Arizona, again, will play at what is now noon our time on Thursday. Noon our time on Thursday, which means we'll be on the air Thursday at 8:30 in the morning with Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the pregame show for the quarterfinal game on Thursday from Kansas City.
So Arizona officially finished the season with 8 consecutive quad 1 games.
Yes.
Because this was away versus Colorado, who's at 70, and 75 and under away is quad 1, and it's what, 50 and under at home, something like that, 40 and under at home. So 8 Kelvin, I think the last year in the Pac-12, they played 4 total quad 1 wins in conference. They just finished 8 consecutive quad 1 games to wrap up the regular season. So they're ready. They're tested.
No, I was going to say, no, you can't get no more tested than that. That's the reason why they came to the Big 12, to be able to play that type of competition and to further, better their chances of getting deeper into the tournament.
All right, let's hand out our Window Depot Glass Cleaner of the Game award for today's contest. Lots of interesting choices again tonight. You had Brayden Burries, who grabbed 7 rebounds, all at the defensive end. You had Toby Awaka, who had 7, including 2 at the offensive end. The Wildcats had 8 offensive rebounds in the contest for 9 second chance points. Colorado bested them in that area because Colorado got on the glass for 10. Wildcats were behind on the boards for the majority of the early part of this game.
Yeah, I think it was 4 in the first half.
Yeah.
Colorado out-rebounded them by 4 in the first.
But they turned that around, as they often have, and that was one of the big things, again, as we've seen in a lot of these games where the Wildcats have maybe taken advantage in the second half. It's because they've been able to get back that control of the glass. So 3 guys with 7 rebounds tonight, and Toby, Brayden, and Motias Krivas, the other guy. So we'll start with J.W. Madden. Who do you like tonight?
Well, my logic is that first 10 minutes, guys, every long rebound went to Colorado, and every long rebound went to Colorado's guards. So I think Brayden Burries' 7 rebounds, Kelvin, to me, because of how effective Colorado's guards were at hunting those rebounds in the first half, that's why they got out to that big rebound advantage. So I'm going to go with Brayden Burries tonight. I think 7 rebounds for a wing player coming back, and most importantly, because that's what Colorado is doing to Arizona. So I'll go with Brayden tonight.
Kelvin.
Yeah, easy Brayden for me, man. I mean, like J-Dub said, man, did you see that one he chased down from the opposite side of the court where he ran by 3 guys to go get the ball right before it went out of bounds? I mean, that was a long rebound, and he chased it all the way down and got it and sprinted the ball up the court. So, yeah, man, that's the one for me, Brayden, for sure.
All right, Brayden Burries is your Window Depot Glass Cleaner of the Game. Window Depot, lowest prices, biggest inventory. Shop thewindowdepot.com. 89-79, Wildcats win. Let's head back out to the CU Events Center and hear a little bit from the Buffaloes after their home loss on senior night.
Hey, everybody. Good. Isaiah Johnson, Eric Rivers. We'll open up for questions.
For either of you guys, obviously you guys were able to take the lead, a small lead into the halftime break. Just kind of what was the key coming out of there? Arizona was obviously, you guys were trying to keep up with them offensively, and they were just able to pull away there in the end.
I think our biggest key for just this game was really trying to pack the paint. We understood that this team wanted to dominate the paint, and that's kind of what they had their mindset on doing in the second half, and that's what kind of got their energy going. But yeah, all week we had kind of been preparing for just knowing that they were going to push the paint and really try to set the tone in there. So that was just a big emphasis for us this game.
For either of you guys, you were 6 of 15 from the three-point line in the first half, and then 1 of 7 in the second half. Was there a difference of looks for you guys, or just simple missed shots?
I feel like we just missed shots. I feel like we were getting the same amount of looks. They just didn't fall in the second half. Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of freshmen on this team, and with only a couple more veteran guys like yourself trying to lead this team now into the Big 12 tournament. What's the mentality shift for all of you?
We kind of just talked about it just after this game, is that it's a new season now. Everybody's 0-0. We have a chance to reset and just The team that wants to play the longest will play the longest. So that's kind of our mentality. We just want to play hard every game, play like it's our last, so that we can keep the season going as long as we possibly want to.
Brayden, you guys came out with a lot of energy on both ends of the floor. What was kind of, excuse me, what was kind of maybe the mindset? You know, you guys hadn't really knocked off, you know, one of the big boys yet this year. Didn't quite do it, but how fired up were you guys to give it a shot this evening?
Yeah, we were really psyched for this moment. It was a big game. We live for those big moments. Yeah, the energy coming out was great, and it was set off by our defense and rebounding. So just taking care of that side of the ball allows us to play with energy and play free and put the team on the hills.
For other guys, obviously without Sebi, you're even at more of a size disadvantage against a team like that. Did you like the fight you guys were showing, just to compete when you're playing a lot of those scorecard lineups?
Yeah, I definitely love the fight from everybody. Yeah, like you said, we were undersized today, so you know, just being able to be physical, and you know, the bench guys stepped up definitely.
For either of you guys, it was Elijah's senior day and got some more minutes with Sebi's injury. What maybe not talking about specifically about tonight, but what do you guys have to say about the time knowing him in this year at CU?
Yeah, he's been a real big friend for me here, a real big leader in the locker room, and yeah, I mean he's been the voice of this team for however this whole season, and he's been helping guys when we've been down in positions, and he's just been a all-out leader, and we love him for that, and we wouldn't replace him for anybody in this world.
All right, Barrington Hargraves and Isaiah Johnson, the two guards there. Johnson, again, finished with 28 points on 7 of 14. He was 4 of 6 from 3 in the ball game. He also went 10 of 11 at the line in this game. 28 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers in the contest. Barrington Hargraves had 13 points, but didn't shoot it well, just 2 of 10. However, he was 8 of 8 from the line. They went 20 of 21 from the line in this game. That helped keep them in it. 3 assists, 2 block shots, and 2 steals for Hargraves in the game as well, but not enough as their team loses 89-79 to the Wildcats. We'll hear a little bit from Tad Boyle coming up a little bit later in the show as well. Let's head back to the phones right now and hear from Howie. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show.
Hey, guys. Yeah, good season that you guys put on. It was pretty good. We're not done yet, though. You know, I was watching that game, and I was kind of thinking back about the Pac-12 as compared to this league that we're in right now. And, you know, in the Pac-12, there was a lot of games where you get ticky-tack fouls called on you, you know. And I was watching the play in this game. There was a lot of stuff the refs were letting go on, like pushing and hands on other players and stuff. And I think, like, Houston's resurgence, you know, in basketball, and it has to do with Sampson, but their style of basketball and the way he teaches it is perfect for this. And so is Self in Kansas. They play the same kind of thing. I mean, and they let them get away with a lot more than we got away with, and UCLA got away with, and Oregon got away with in the Pac-12. You know, and as far as Colorado goes, you know, we've always had street brawls with them. Boyle, I mean, he hasn't beat us too much, but they're always a tough team to play. You know, they're just, he teaches a very physical game anyways, even when he was in the Pac-12. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah,
and
well,
one more thing. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, when Tad Boyle came into the pack, he declared Southern California is ours. If you don't want to go to USC, go UCLA, come to Boulder, Kelvin. And that was always Coach Olson's pitch. So that was a big thing, was Tad Boyle was trying to tell, you know, a lot of recruits in Southern California in the pack, when back obviously in the West Coast era, you know, come out here to Boulder. This might be, if you're overlooked and you're mad because the Trojans or the Bruins didn't want you to come out there, come up here to Boulder and you can show them how wrong they were. And that was a huge pitch, obviously, Coach Olson. So that was the big early years was we're going to try to get all the guards in Southern California. And that's kind of always been Tad's thing. He knows Arizona's the benchmark. You got to, match that. And so there's always been a little animosity there because he made stated goal from the very start. Like we're going to go right after the big boys.
Yeah, that's what I kind of enjoy. Well, I mean, to be honest, in the Pac-12, you had UCLA, us, and Oregon. I mean, the other teams, some good, some mediocre, USC maybe once in a while. But, in this league, you've got, like this game, to me, like the first half, we played sloppy, passing, letting guys run on us, no defense, and all that. But I don't know Tommy Lloyd, but I bet you he got those players in that dressing room at halftime and said, look, if the refs are letting us play, and you want to win this game, you better get physical. And then you saw them come out in the second half, and to me, they looked a lot more focused. And they put a Waka in there, and he was cleaning house, and they looked a lot more determined. I bet you he chewed a little can in that dressing
I think
room.
it was before that, Howie. I think it was before that. It was like, because they even said on the broadcast there was a timeout in the first half. Kind of, it might have been like right under the 4. I think he took a timeout, and they said he chewed into him. So I think that happened before halftime for sure.
They made a run too right after that.
Yeah, because that was they made the run towards the. I think
they were down 8 or
11
10.
They finished 11-2 run.
Yeah, they were down 8 or 10 points, and then they closed the gap before halftime. Real quick, talking about Houston and Coach Sampson, I made them in the physicality of the Big 12 and how refs let it go. Kelvin, I made the mistake about 2-3 weeks ago on a message board to give all the credit to Coach Sampson and Houston for the increased level of physicality and how what I said was all the teams have to match what Houston's doing. I was instantly corrected. It was Huggy Bear. The Huggins at West Virginia, and what they did was like 8 years before Sampson ever got to Houston. Yeah. So all due credit for the physicality of the Big 12 and how those big guys bang on it. And we're talking about weight room guys, Kelvin. West Virginia under Coach Huggins was really the start of this modern era of physicality in the Big 12. Coach Sampson obviously perfected it. Now everybody's just trying to catch up and play that same style of basketball.
Yeah, no, he definitely was. I remember him coming from Cincinnati, with that style, always just rough, rugged players, defensive minded, and we're gonna beat you down.
All bus team, man. All bus team. Like you would watch any of those Cincinnati teams or those West Virginia teams under Huggins, and like those dudes looks like they could be tight ends, all of them.
Yeah, even before that, Jerry West played there.
Oh yeah,
he was no spouse. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. A couple callers back, was talking about the arenas and stuff like that. But if you think about the eras going back, there were some great coaches stuck in the middle of those eras. You had Wooden, you had Rupp, you had some great coaches, and going back in time, as you do today, and I don't know. It's just it is different, especially in this league. A lot more physicality, involved.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of fouls they call coming up in the tournament, right? Mm-hmm. That's the issue. Like, you either play in a league where they don't call any fouls, or you play in a league where they call all the fouls, and then you get the NCAA tournament, you get both. You get crews, Kelvin, that will let a lot of fouls go. You'll get crews that'll call every tic-tac foul. So you always have to adjust the first 5 minutes to how the refs are calling it. Right. But Howie, in this league, they let them bang against each other. Like, this league is all about letting those big guys, they don't call much of anything outside of stuff that's egregious. But, yeah, the Big 12 refs let it go.
Yeah. I think that's an important thing about this game. It kind of like all these different teams it's going to be good for the tournament. You know what I mean? They've seen a variety, plus the Cats, plus their preseason games, a variety of different styles of play, and that's going to be beneficial to what you just said. You know.
Howie, we appreciate the call as always from up in Oregon.
Hey, you know what? Daylight savings time at 2.
Right.
On the same time
for you. Not for us. For you.
I know. I know.
It's still only what? It's still only 12:10 over there on the West Coast right now.
Yeah. And in about 2 hours, it'll be an hour.
All right. Well, you'll lose an hour of sleep tonight, Howie. Sorry about that.
I know. Oh well, what the heck?
He'll make it work.
All right. Thanks, Howie.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Howie.
Thank you so much. 520-848-1290. Let's hear a little bit of Tad Boyle after the game before we head to break here. Tad Boyle on his team's loss to the Arizona Wildcats.
Hey, everybody. We've got Head Coach Tad Boyle. Coach, we start with an opening statement. Question?
Yeah, look, our guys battled tonight. They really did. I like the effort that we played with, the toughness that we played with. You know, that's a hell of a team. We just lost to. I mean, they're Big 12 champions for a reason. They got a chance. You know, I've coached 15 years now against Arizona basketball teams. And I'm not saying it's the most talented team that they've ever had, but I think it might be the best team they've ever had. Their identity, and it showed in the second half how they came out and they just went right inside. They knew where their advantage was, and they took advantage of that. And we didn't have a lot of answers. We tried to go zone there a little bit in the second half. We were trying to double the post. We couldn't really get to that. But it's not like they did anything that we weren't prepared for. We just weren't good enough to stop them. You know, they shot 70% in the second half, and they just kept going inside, so the number. We always have 3 things defensively that we have to feel like we have to do to win a game, and 3 things on offense. We did our offensive, game plan, I thought, for the most part. We scored enough points and we were efficient enough. But defensively, transition defense was number 1 because Arizona's really good in transition. Now they got 13 fast break points, so that's a little bit more than we wanted. But the second thing was we had to protect and defend the paint. And we didn't do that. They scored 54 points in the paint, and that was the reason that they won the game, and we didn't. So that's really what it comes down to, it was our inability to do that.
Yeah, you guys had 11-point lead with a little over 4 minutes to go in the first half. Were you at that point just like, please get to the halftime?
Well, look, I told our guys, I didn't tell them at halftime, but I told them, midway through the second, I shouldn't say midway, but early in the second half, when I think it was a second media timeout, we hadn't stopped them one time. And at the end of the first half, they won on an 11-2 to run and to cut it to 2. If we can just make that a 6-5 deal, like we're up double digits going into halftime, or we got an 8 to 10 point lead, but we didn't. And then the second half, they came out and shot 70%, and again, we had no answer for them inside. We tried, but we weren't effective.
Did the Cats beat the spread? It's time to find out how we bet the book and if we beat the book. Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
All right, Arizona was a 14.5-point favorite in this game today. U of A wins it by 10, 89-79. So Arizona does not cover in the game in terms of the spread. The over-under was 156.5 in this contest today. And 89-79, 90-80, that's 170. So 168. See how I did that math right there? 168 was the final tally, so that's the over on this game today. Kelvin and J-Dub took the Wildcats and laid the 14.5. That is a losing bet. DK took Colorado and the 14.5. That's a winning bet. Everybody took the under in this game. That is a losing bet. So only one win out of 6 tonight on the season finale in Boulder.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Arizona scored in the 80s, but I kind of was surprised, Kelvin, that Colorado scored almost 80 as well. I mean, I thought their offense was great, was very, very good tonight. Obviously, they shot low 40s, but, as far as scoring against this Arizona team, we just saw this Arizona team hold a team to the 50s. So tip your cap to Colorado. They played inspired basketball, played very good against a very tough Arizona. Well, Ivan Karchenkov going out in the first minute kind of dilutes the defense a little tiny bit. No disrespect to Anthony Delorso. But, yeah, I was impressed with Colorado's offense, therefore the over. Yeah.
They were scoring over Delhi in that first 10 minutes. I mean, it seemed like every time Isaiah Johnson, he took him to the hole. He shot three over him.
Yeah, that's why he only played 16 minutes. Just tough, man. When I look at it, there's no way I thought they would score 79 points. I think I said 70, and I thought it would be lower than that because, again, when they locked in, there's no way a guard go for 28 on them like that. Having Karchenkov out of there, I think it definitely threw them off a little bit. But I think when they go back and look at the effort of what they played on defense, they're going to, want to do way better than that going into tournament play.
Yeah, a little bit extra juice on senior night, too. We've seen that a few times.
Yeah.
89-79, so only one bet gets won tonight. I lengthen my lead by about 4 now over J-Dub.
Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
Morning begins in the Rincon foothills. Rocking K, a master-planned community and place to call home, offering distinct neighborhoods designed to fit your lifestyle. Explore the outdoors, walk the trails, visit Saguaro National Park. Enjoy community parks and make new friends at Rocking K resident events. Walk to Vail School District's newest campus in Rocking K, Saguaro Creek. 17 model homes, 6 quality builders, move-in ready homes available from the 300s. Rocking K, designed by nature. A community by design.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
The Target, 422 Maple Drive. No tripped alarms, no broken windows. While you were sleeping, they made off with $50,000 in equity, and they didn't even use a getaway car.
Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Don't let termites turn your equity into sawdust. We stop the heist before the damage is done. Call 520-201-2000 for your free termite inspection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, termites.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
Wildcat fans, why wait for a great night's sleep? At Factory Direct Mattress of Tucson, you get comfort for life and deals you can't get anywhere else. Shop top-rated brands like the award-winning Puffy, Lisa, and our FDM lineup, all at Factory Direct Savings. No gimmick, no pressure, just comfort that helps you wake up feeling like a champion. Find us at 3936 West Ina Road or at fdmtucson.com. That's fdmtucson.com. Easy to find, easy to say. Stop by today, sleep better tonight, and get ready for Arizona's next victory.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of five-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Now that's what I call savings. If you're looking for a real truck, get up to $7,500 off a new 2026 Chevy Silverado, plus up to $2,500 off a 2026 Chevy Equinox, and $8,500 off the Equinox EV. It's all happening now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Truck tough deals, real savings. Call us at 747-8000 or see us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall or on the web at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet. My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Spring is in the air and our warm temperatures are about to turn hot. Now is the time to take advantage of pre-summer savings before the hot summer weather. Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is offering 5-year, no-interest financing on the installation of green HVAC systems, OAC. Call now for your free estimate, 520-492-0748, or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
So, what is it that scares you the most?
The blue trucks from Essential Pest Control, Doctor. They leave bugs belly up.
I use one of those national companies.
Thanks, Doc. Those guys don't scare me.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Buy local and stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. That's 866-3029. Or visit essentialpest.com.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Spring is on its way, and we all know that extreme heat comes next. Right now is the time to get your car or truck road trip ready. And with 14 convenient locations, 6 decades of service, and dozens of top shop awards, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the place. This month, get back big rebates on all your favorite major brand tires. Save more on the most affordable, long-lasting tires. Check out jackfurriers.com for details and money-saving coupons. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, here to get you there.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Bounce it to Peat. Backing his way down on Malone. Double teamed out to Burries. Little pump fake. Drives right of the lane. Lean in. Shot good. And he is fouled.
That's Brayden Burries not settling for the jump shot after the double team forced the ball out of Koa Peat's hands. He attacked the gap, and Colorado had a gap in the defense, and Burries finishing with contact.
31 points for Brayden Burries, 7 rebounds to go along with 1 assist in the game. Arizona Wildcats knock off the Colorado Buffaloes 89-79.
Career high.
Yeah, career high.
Yeah, he had 29 and he had 28 twice, right?
Yeah.
So 31.
I thought this was. I mean, I think the other games we saw him score. I felt like this was maybe the first game where I felt like he actually took over the game. Like he was like looking to really establish himself as the main scorer in that second half.
And we talk about resting, we talk about this stuff, Kelvin, but what are the chances that a guy like Jaden Bradley, who we've seen do that time and time again this year, said, hey, young fella, why don't you go ahead and get some mid-range going on here in the second half when we really need it? Because JB has been used to doing that. And we know Caller Doug said earlier maybe Tad Boyle had some funkiness going on trying to make sure JB didn't get busy from the mid-range. But we all know Jaden Bradley can get to any spot and can score late in games when he needs to. But Brayden Burries just took on that role late in that game and in the end of the first half. late in the first half and late in the game when they needed a bucket off the dribble. Brayden Burries was that guy. I mean, 3 out of 5 possessions or something like that down the stretch when they really extended the lead and put it away. Brayden Burries had the ball in his hands, brought the ball up, attacked the defense, and made something happen.
Yeah, I mean, he just was feeling it, and I think that's what it was. I think Bradley saw that he, kind of had it going. The young fellas were excited and ready to finish the season, and I think as a guard, you feel that. So you kind of go to the guys, and when you pass it to them and they make things happen, the ball is either going through the hole or you're getting back on defense. So, yeah, again, you just have to look at those older guys, even Del Orso, passing up opportunities just to get the dub.
And the only reason I say that is that, like, 3-level scores in the NCAA tournament are a big problem. 3-level scores from perimeter players. But 2 3-level scorers, when you got 2 guys, that's Damon and Khalid, Kelvin. I mean, when you got 2 guys who can knock down the 3, get to the mid-range, and get all the way to the hole and finish, especially through contact, having to deal with 2 guys in the backcourt who can do that in the NCAA tournament, in addition to all the front court players, obviously. So great to see Brayden Burries as a finisher and just taking upon himself to get those buckets down the stretch.
And I'll add this. I like Bradley going into the tournament after having a 0-point game. Because I bet you, we go back and look at the schedule, after games that he didn't necessarily put up good numbers, the next game he came back and put up some very nice numbers. So I expect him to be pretty motivated going into the tournament.
I did look it up. No donuts. This is the first 0 points he had all year. This year, he had one last year. Yeah.
K-Dub, our guy watching the show tonight on the YouTube channel. Late night, but I work night shifts, so I have to stay up and keep with my sleep schedule. Glad you guys are going so late. What is it about playing Arizona that the other team, especially the bad teams, just can't miss? Even fat guys making threes. I hope it's not this way in the tournament. Who was the big fella that was Elijah Malone, I think?
Yeah, Malone.
He only made 1.
I'll tell you what it is, K-Dub.
He took 5.
He made 2.
No, he made 1.
I'll tell you what it is, K-Dub.
It was him. He made 1. Barrington made 1.
He made 1, and then he missed his next shot. Yeah.
Alon Michaels made 1.
The other one, his foot must have been on the line.
Yeah.
Because he made a deep one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is, K-Dub. It's the fact that Colorado right now is 69 in net rankings on the outside looking in the NCAA tournament. If they won this game tonight and won a couple of big matchups in the Big 12 tournament, they could get right on the bubble. Like, that's how powerful some of these net wings. Right now, Arizona is 3 in net. You know how big a win that is for a team that's 69? That's going to bump you up like 10 spots, right? So right now, this late in the season, when you have those teams that are outside looking in on the bubble, the NCAA tournament, if you get 1-2 wins down the stretch, the last couple games of the weekend, last weekend of the regular season, and 1 or 2 in the tournament, you could be in.
And a lot of people just use Arizona as a measuring stick for them. They go in there and a lot of times they don't expect to win, but if they play well, they feel like maybe we can use that to get some momentum going into our next games. So Colorado feels like, man, we played this well versus the conference champion. Maybe we go out the next game and we could play like this, again. Maybe we can get some wins. So, yeah, it's that name on the front of the jersey. It's that ranking. It really focuses you. It really focuses the other team where they're, locked into the assignment. And I felt like the whole time I was watching, I said, they're going to run out of gas. I like they're playing so hard, so focused. They're going to run out of gas because if this is who they were, they would have a better record than 7-11 in conference.
K-Dub goes on, gut check win, good gut check win before the real season starts. Speaking of fouls, going forward in the tournament, what would benefit U of A more? A game with a lot of ticky-tack fouls or a game the refs only call blood? In my opinion, I think ticky-tack benefits U of A more because I think the only way to defend U of A is to foul but hope it's not called and easy layups are missed.
Well, the easier answer to that, Kelvin, is 8 starters. Any game where you're calling ticky-tack fouls, a team with 8 guys who, Dwayne Aristode, maybe 7.5, right? Because, Tobe Awaka and Anthony Del Orso could start on a lot of teams in the country, could have started on this team this year. So when you're talking about the depth of Arizona's rotation with 8 guys playing 20-ish minutes or so and not much fall off once those starters come out, it's always going to benefit a deeper, talented roster when the refs are calling everything. Now, that depends who those fouls are called on. If JB and Burries both get in foul trouble in that first half, who's handling the ball? Like, who's going to bring the ball up? So there are situations where ticky-tack fouls could really hurt Arizona. But, yeah, I agree. I mean, I think with a deeper team with more talent on the bench, that team's always going to have an advantage if they're calling it tight.
K-Dub, we appreciate you always checking in on the show. Let's find out what we thought Arizona needed to do to win the game today.
How did our keys to the game go for your Wildcats? Our keys to the game are brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
All right, my first key is going to be you got to lock up Isaiah Johnson, the freshman. He's averaging 17 points per ball game, and if he gets going and gets started tonight, it could be a long night on senior night. He's a freshman, but don't let the freshman get the senior night crowd wild up. You've got to really, I think, force him into the bigs and make him have to shoot over guys like Motias Krivas and Toby Awaka inside. We mentioned it earlier. They're going to be without Sebastian Ranchik tonight, so I think the Wildcats have got to dominate on the glass, and they will in this ball game. I'd say plus 10 over Colorado on the boards. It will be the play tonight. And I think, like any other night, don't have a title hangover because you've won the title with one game left to go. We'll find out kind of how this team reacts to that, how Tommy reacts to whether he'll play a whole lot of guys, a whole lot of minutes. And if the Wildcats can survive on that, they'll finish 16-2. If not, 15-3, they're still going to be wearing the crowns at the end of the night, no matter what. Well, you're good when you don't win the boards by plus 10. You don't handle Isaiah Johnson, and you still win by 10 points. There you go. Who was next?
I believe it was K-Rock.
I think you have to lock in and play hard and determined basketball. Can't coast. That's how you get injured. You have to match that intensity just like it's any other game. Be prepared for Colorado to play some type of zone. Thad has been known to throw something in like that, and I could see something like that, him putting something in like that to try to force Arizona into a jump shooting team and win the rebounding game. I think that, they're a little small, and you don't want to give extra possession. So really lock in on the small details.
They did play some zone in the game, but just not enough to really take the Wildcats out of what they wanted to do inside.
No, I think, because you look at how many of the paint points, 54.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem that way.
That was back to the old days of the early season.
Right, and it didn't seem that way. I mean, but when you think about what Koa was doing, there it was right there. And also, Brayden was getting down in that paint in that 15-foot area, making things happen as well.
And Tobe, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tobe
right around him. Yeah,
everything from Tobe was from 2 feet out.
Willie ball,
tonight. For me, number one, you got to come up to a fast start. We know it's senior night. We know that the Colorado Buffaloes are going to, try to, dampen Arizona's final game of the regular season. So you got to come out. I'd love to see a 5 to 10 point lead at the under 12 timeout. That's what will mean to me that Arizona's come out with purpose. Number two, we know about the Colorado injuries. We know that Bangkok Dak is not the biggest guy. So just dominate the glass. Do what Arizona does. I would love to see a plus 15 rebounding margin in this game. And that would tell me that Arizona is prepping and ramping up for the Big 12 tournament and into the NCAA tournament. And you got to keep the guards for CU out of the paint. So you mentioned the freshmen, but there's a couple of guys who can get a little bit busy. So to me that looks like paint points. And if Arizona can keep Colorado under maybe 30 points in the paint, I think Bangkok Dak can get some putbacks, maybe he's a bit of a lob threat. But it's really going to be those guards getting in the paint for some floaters and getting right to the rim. So less than 30 points to me for the Colorado Buffaloes in the paint, I think gets it done tonight.
Well, hey, we finally got one of them right. There we go. 26.
Well, again, I think Karchenkov going out a minute in really kind of tilted everything on its head because that under 12 timeout, I mean, Colorado's lead had a lot to do. We love Anthony Del Orso and like Kelvin, like you said, I mean, they kind of targeted him a little bit after Karchenkov picked up 2 fouls 59 seconds into the game. A little bit of a different look there. But, yeah, I think keeping those guards out of the paint was so key for me, as I said, because – if you're getting easy shots there, then it opens up for those outside shooters. So we saw their percentage from the outside not great tonight, and 1 for 7 in the second half. They weren't even getting a lot of good looks in the second half from three, and a lot of that had to do with the containing of those guards penetrating to the rim, having guys come over. How many block shots did we see in that second half, right? I mean, we saw Tobey had one, I think, and definitely Mo sent somebody back home with a good drive. So, yeah, if you make sure that those little guards, Kelvin, to me, with a 8-foot floater over the shot blocker, if that's a consistent thing we've seen, then Arizona's in trouble. But, yeah, they did a good job tonight with that.
They made 6 of their first 15 threes in this game. They were shooting it well in the first half, but just 1 for their last 7 in the second half. That's what we thought the Wildcats needed to do to win in Boulder, and they did.
Those were today's keys to the game. They're brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
89-79 U of A over Colorado. Kelvin, final thoughts from you?
Hey, champions, man. I mean, it's tough to play after you then cut down the nets and, had all that fun. Then you got to come back and play another game that counts but don't count, So, hey, you got to be the guys got to be proud of themselves for being resilient and understanding that they was going to have to face a big fight from Colorado in that first half, but came back the second half like champs. And again, Brayden Burries, man, he just act like he want all the smoke. I mean, his demeanor, man, is he's quiet, tough guy, man. And and at the beginning of the year, I didn't know. I was waiting to see how it would work out, how they would put it all together. I was wondering, man, would it work with taking Del Orso out of the starting lineup? How would that bother him? But, Tommy knew exactly what he was doing, and he got these guys in this position right here. And, can't wait till next week to see what happens in the tournament.
You could really tell that Brayden Burries guy looks up to is Devin Booker. Because that's that never-changing demeanor, Kelvin. No matter what's going down, mix a shot, make a shot, tough and one layup through traffic. He's just the same. He's just calm. He's just there. Just so impressed with that guy and how he's taking on that challenge when you're a go-to scorer for a team that everybody's looking to beat late in games and still finding a way to get buckets, man. He's really, really impressive.
All right, happy birthday to Coach Ken Nakagawa. The Wildcats win on his birthday, 89-79 over Colorado to close out the regular season at 29-2. Kelvin, we'll talk to you early Thursday morning.
Yeah, and happy birthday to my boy Corey Williams.
Hey, happy birthday, Corey.
And Joe McLean.
There you go, and Joe McLean. All right, happy birthday to all involved with the Wildcats on a winning Saturday night in Boulder. All right, we will take our final timeout, come back and hear from the head coach and give you your scoreboard and wrap things up. 89-79, the final score. Arizona beats Colorado. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Wildcat fans, where do you go when the final buzzer sounds? You don't head home. You head to Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies, Tucson's home court for great food, craft beer, and nonstop fun. At Roadies, you can bowl, throw an axe, play arcade games, or grab a burger while the next game plays on the massive screens. Then, catch the newest movies right next door at Roadhouse Cinemas with luxury recliners and full in-seat dining. Game days, movie nights, anytime. Make it a win at Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies on the corner of Grant and Swan.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management. As a boutique fiduciary investment firm, our clients have trusted us to guide them down their financial paths for decades. Whether you are an individual or family, business, foundation, or nonprofit, we are committed to your long-term goals and financial futures. We are proud supporters of the Tucson community and all that makes our city so special. Visit online at meridianwealthllc.com to learn more about Meridian today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Now that's what I call savings. Looking for strength and value? Get $2,000 off a new 2025 Chevy Trailblazer, $3,000 off a 2025 Chevy Traverse, and up to $4,500 off a 2025 Chevy Colorado. That's real muscle, real savings. Right now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Call us at 747-8000, see us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall, or on the web at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Oh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the Neighborly Done Right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed. Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing,
a Neighborly company.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Thana Ogden Nation.
Hi guys, I'm back. What's new?
Tucson Appliance Scratch and Dent Studio. All the Scratch and Dent merchandise has its own new studio.
There were so many Scratch and Dent discounted items. Now they have a place of their own.
I love it. A whole Scratch and Dent studio right next to Tucson Appliance. They don't look like Scratch and Dent,
but it shows in the low, low prices.
Tucson Appliance Scratch and Dent Studio. Proud local supporters of the Southern Arizona Heartball. Only at Tucson Appliance where you are a priority.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Spring is on its way, and we all know that extreme heat comes next. Right now is the time to get your car or truck road trip ready. And with 14 convenient locations, 6 decades of service, and dozens of top shop awards, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the place. This month, get back big rebates on all your favorite major brand tires. Save more on the most affordable, long-lasting tires. Check out jackfurriers.com for details and money-saving coupons. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, here to get you there.
Coach, Tommy Lloyd here with the Right Way team.
Great news. Free furnace season has been extended through the end of March. Have you been thinking about replacing your heating and cooling system this year? To spark business, we're giving away an 80% gas furnace or a heat pump air handler with the purchase of a new air conditioning system.
And we're offering up to 60 months no interest financing, manufacturer and energy efficiency rebates, and 10-year parts and labor warranty.
Call or text 520-200-2422 to book your free estimate today or visit rightwayac.com.
If it's worth doing, do it the right way.
Now is the perfect time to start your next home renovation project. At the Window Depot, you get factory direct prices, no installers, no middleman, and serious savings. Windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, all in stock and ready to take home today. Perfect for DIYers and contractors who want to save thousands and get materials fast. Your project, your timeline, the best prices. Shop online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
With 10 seconds to go, and the Wildcats will dribble it out. and set a school record with their 29th regular season win. Big 12 champions are headed to Kansas City with a 6-game winning streak as the Cats win here in Boulder. Arizona 89, Colorado 79, the final.
And they'll get a double bye in Kansas City. Wildcats open play on Thursday in game number 2 of the morning session. It'll be, again, a noon start time, our time, here in Tucson. We'll be on the air at 8:30 in the morning with Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. 520-848-1290, final chance for you to get in. Let's go back out to Boulder, Colorado, and hear from your head coach, Tommy Lloyd, after an 89-79 win over the Colorado Buffaloes.
It was going to be a tough game down here, and obviously you guys know I have a lot of respect for Tad and their coaching staff and the program, and they play spirited, and it was a great test for our guys. I had been bouncing around a few plans, to change our rotation, play more guys, and then when I saw the way we came out, a little bit flat, not great energy, I thought it was more important that we figured out how to dig back in the game and be able to draw on that rather than, than maybe play some other guys. So, we've rode hard with these 8 guys. They're really good players. I think our energy's good right now. Once we kind of got it figured out in that game, we were pretty good. But I think it's important for us to understand as you head into the postseason that, you're going to have games like that where you're playing against a team that's playing their ass off and playing really good, and maybe your energy's not quite where you want it to be, but you got to be able to dig deep and respond. And so I was really proud of our guys' effort, and, hopefully it was a lesson learned, because obviously, it'd be great if we could continue to play for a long time.
Questions for Coach? Tom, obviously you guys trailed by 11 there. I think late in the first half, you guys make a run to cut it to a bucket at halftime. So how much did that benefit you guys going to locker?
Well, obviously it's a massive benefit getting closer. Then basically you can get in a neck and neck game right away, and then we can kind of set up our next run is what you're hoping. And we were down. I don't know, when we were down 11. I think we just told our guys like, hey, it's one of these situations. Let's just climb our way back in this game, possession by possession, see if we can cut into this lead a little bit and put ourselves in position in the second half to make it a ball game. And I think that's a great skill to learn how to do, to kind of, figure out, how to not let the game get away from you too early. And I thought our guys did a great job with a nice little run there towards the end of the first half. Sorry.
It's not always your favorite topic, but altitude have anything to do?
I don't know. You'll have to ask our guys. I don't know altitude. I know, we played obviously Monday night against Iowa State, and, there's a lot of emotions in the game, and, a lot of, pats on the back, so to speak. And then, we took Tuesday off. We took Wednesday off. It's been a long season. Thursday we came back and practiced. I didn't even recognize the team. It was one of the, and that's to be expected. And then, Friday, we were a little bit better. I thought we had a good practice. And then, I was hoping we'd come out and play really well from the start today, but we didn't. And the ability to figure it out is really important. And I thought the guys really showed some resolve, and I'm proud of them.
Coach, regardless of if the altitude is a factor on your team, your team's fans traveled well today, and there was a lot of them in the crowd. Do you think they had much of an impact on the game today?
Well, for sure. Our fans are a force. Our fans are, the backbone of our program. And, Arizona's had a long, strong basketball tradition way before I was even born. So we wanted to tap into that, and we love coming on the road and hearing the U of A chants and all of our fans out there. It just reminds us, how special it is for us to be representing University of Arizona basketball.
Coach, what was your team's defensive approach against Colorado's backcourt? Isaiah Johnson obviously had a big night.
Two good players. I felt like, we weren't on it defensively for long stretches in the game today. And, let's give Colorado a lot of credit on offense. They're a good offensive team. Their offensive numbers are, they show that. And, those two guards are good. And, those guys were, important parts of the scout. But, their bigs also hit a few jump shots, that maybe you're not counting on. So, there's kind of a collective effort by them. But, I thought we made a lot of defensive mistakes, and I don't want to take any credit away from Colorado, but we got to be a little more disciplined in some situations with our coverages and, our recoveries, and things of that nature. And, we've been a really, really good defensive team at times this season, and, we're at our best defensively when we're limiting our mistakes.
You guys see the entire league now at this point. Just where does Isaiah Johnson bring for you? Just some of the young players you see?
I mean, listen, he's a really good player. I mean, obviously this is the most I've ever watched him was this week, and obviously on the court today. I mean, everything he did impressed me. I mean, he's got a great handle. He's a lefty. And he knows how to get right to get back left. Consistently, and then he's got a knack for getting fouled, which is a great skill to have.
You've seen a lot of games where Brayden's kind of taken control late. That competitiveness, is this maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Brayden, obviously didn't have a good start to the game. I thought I looked down there, I don't know what he was, like 1 for 6 or something like that. And, we you don't really have to challenge him. He's a competitor, and he kind of figured it out on his own and got himself going a little bit. And, I didn't even realize he had 31 points, but for him to do that, what was great. And, and then obviously let's mention Koa. I mean, Koa goes 12 or 15, 25 points, and I think he has, 19 in the first half. When your team's not playing good, it's great to have a guy like that step up and kind of keep your team in the game. And Koa did a great job of that in the first half.
Did you think, were there certain things offensively, particularly early, he was taking advantage of there?
That we could take advantage of?
That Koa took advantage of, just getting...
I mean, I think Koa is just a really good basketball player. I mean, I think he got to his spots. He made a few shots. He finished with force at the rim. Yeah, he's just a really good player. I don't think it was anything in particular, but he got a good rhythm going and obviously had a great game.
Thank God Dak led Colorado with positive 15. The next best guy was positive 2. Obviously, he dealt with foul trouble and eventually fouled out. But what did you see that was a difference in the game when he was on the floor versus off?
Well, his length impacts the game around the rim, and he made. I mean, I think he made those 3 field. I didn't realize he was only 3 for 8, but he made them all in a row. And in the second half, when we were trying to kind of pull away a little bit, and he kept him in the game. Just a good player. I mean, he's just a good player who it's been fun to watch him kind of from afar develop. I mean, he's obviously gotten better over the course of 3 years, and so yeah. I mean, I got a lot of respect for him.
One more question for Coach. Do you feel like in the schedule? I mean, early on, you had all those nice Saturday afternoons. You went home and played on Tuesday. Seemed like it was working. Maybe where you do for something like this, where you have this big emotional game and then
you could probably try to find lots of reasons, that it is. But I know this: human nature is tough to beat, and human nature is almost undefeated, And so a lot of these seasons is just figuring out how to endure the ups and downs and the emotions that go with the season, the fatigue that comes with the season. So Bruce, I can't give you like one thing in particular, but. Again, in closing, I want to give a lot of credit to Colorado. I thought they had they came out with great energy, and they kind of got us on our heels a little bit. And then I want to give our guys credit for being able to respond to kind of an adverse situation in a tough road environment.
That's what I meant, just a tough situation, especially playing the 9 o'clock Saturday basketball.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. I love Saturday afternoon games, and you know that. We got a Saturday night game. And you know what? I do know this. It's great to be on national TV a lot. And if you want to be on national TV a lot, you're going to have, especially on the West Coast, you're going to get some of these hops, some of these 9 p.m. games. So no complaints from me. Just want to get on the bus, get on the plane, get home, and get rested up.
All right. Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, guys.
Arizona players be outside.
All right, that is the head coach. They always do the players outside the locker room. Why can't they just bring the players inside of the media room so we can find out what they have to say?
It's too small. It's a tiny media room, obviously. You couldn't fit those players in there.
Come on. Whatever. All right, I'm not going to go down that road tonight. 89-79. It would be nice to hear from the guys, though, after the game, especially the number 2 team in the country. Just bring them into the media room so we can, or tape what they're saying outside. You could, tape what they're saying outside the locker room so we know what it is.
They had a giant auditorium for Big 12 Media Day, and they got 6 minutes of questions.
There you go. All right, let's get our scoreboard so we can get up out of here.
Let's take a look at what's happening today around the rest of the country. The Wildcats Radio 1290 Game Day Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm.
All right, everything is set in the Big 12 Conference. The finals on the board today. Arizona State loses at number 6 Iowa State 86-65. Taman Lipsey 16 points, 6 assists, and 6 steals. Number 7, Houston over Oklahoma State, 82-75. It was 10th-ranked Texas Tech falling at BYU, 82-76. Robert Wright III had 27 points in that game. Number 14, Kansas takes out Kansas State, 104-85. Darren Peterson, 27 for the Jayhawks. TCU beat Cincinnati, 73-63. Baylor all over Utah, 101-75. 500th win for Scott Drew at Baylor. Top 25 action today. Finals from the bottom. George Mason over St. Louis, 86-57. Number 23, Tennessee falls at home to Vandy, 86-82. 22nd ranked Miami also loses at home to Louisville, 92-89. It was number 20, Arkansas on the road, beating Missouri in overtime, 88-84. 16th ranked Alabama beat Auburn, 96-84. That game really was not that close. 15th ranked Purdue loses at home as well. They fall to Wisconsin, 97-93. Number 13, Virginia over Virginia Tech, 76-72 in the ACC. SEC, 5th-ranked Florida goes down to Lexington and beats Kentucky 84-77. Thomas Hall had 20 points for the Gators. Number 4, UConn upset at Marquette 68-62 today. Number 1, Duke beats North Carolina. Both the Hurleys got ejected today in their games. Number 1, Duke over North Carolina 76-61. Iowa State beat Arizona. We said that already. That is your college basketball scoreboard in terms of Division I. I do have something I want to play for you here from up on West Anklam Road.
Quincy Kirk responsible for those 2 points. At one point, it was 3-2 as Johnson flushes down with 2 hands on the alley-oop. Goodness gracious. Opima in dominating fashion. Lead 20-2 against Scottsdale. Scottsdale will have to shoot it one more time as Burns hoists it up. No good. Brown collects the board, and that should do it. Let the festivities begin from Tucson. 3 straight conference championships for the Aztecs, and the 6th under head coach Brian Peabody. 74-49 is how it ends.
Sorry about that, Ryan. 74-49 Aztecs, 32-0. Region champions once again ran out to a 20-2 lead tonight in blowing out the Artichokes from Scottsdale. 19 points for Mason Hunt. They made, again, what were they? Actually, no, they were only 7 of 29 from 3 in this game today. 16 points for Isaiah Hill and 14 for Isaac Johnson, who was 7 of 8 from the field as they win it. He also had 9 rebounds in that game. On to the national tournament for Brian Peabody and company. Congratulations to them on another fantastic, fantastic season. Arizona baseball wins as well. They knock off Fresno State. It got a little close at the end. 9-5 was the final. The starting pitcher for Arizona, Smith Bailey, was awesome. 7 innings, struck out 9, and allowed just 4 hits. 7 shutout innings for Smith Bailey. It was a 2-run home run by Carson McIntyre in this contest. Also for Fresno State, they got a home run in this ball game from what was this young man's name here? Let me real quick. Zach Plastert, who played at Pima the last couple of seasons and is now at Fresno State. He also hit a home run in that game. Wildcats will go for a sweep tomorrow with the first pitch at noon. Also, Arizona women's softball wins 16-3. 8 consecutive run rule wins for your Arizona Wildcats softball team as they sweep their Big 12 season opening series over BYU. Beach volleyball also winning today by a count of 5-0. That was up at the Sun Devil Classic as they knocked off. Who did they beat? They beat Nebraska up there today. That's your scoreboard. it's time to head to Kansas City for the Big 12 men's basketball tournament. Real quick, though, I forgot to give you what happened in the women's tournament today. I just want to say who's in the championship game here. It's going to be TCU. They beat Kansas State, and West Virginia knocked off Colorado. So TCU and West Virginia will play for the Big 12 women's title.
And UConn is still
tomorrow.
undefeated.
There you go. Thanks to Dusty Dale on the FM side of this thing. K-Hit 107.5. David Dragon Ball Amata on the AM side. Wildcats Radio 1290. For Calvin Ifan, JW Madden, my name is David Kelly, giving you a final score one more time from the CU Events Center in Boulder, Colorado. Number 2, Arizona 89. The Buffaloes 79. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday. Bear down, Arizona.
Get the ball down low. And Cook Assault plays the game like only Sue can do. Give me the ball and stand back and watch me jam for 2. Elliott's here. It's time to play. They want me in the NBA. When Tolbert plays, he plays to win. I put it up and it goes in. Give Kerr the ball, give Kerr a hand. I'll drill it in from three-point land. Ask the Gumbies, ask the refs. We don't do drugs, we're the best. W-I-L-D. Cats. W-I-L-D. Wildcats. W-I-L-D. Cats. We're wild about the cats.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think first, chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For over 40 years, Tucson has been putting its trust in First Chiropractic for auto and on-the-job injuries. They're locally owned and a proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcasts. So if you've been injured, make the right choice. First
Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Family outgrowing your car? Hughes Federal Credit Union can help you get the car you want and the rate you need. Hughes is one of the only financial institutions in the country that doesn't switch loan rates based on a qualified buyer's credit score. That means you get our one-rate guarantee regardless of your credit score. We promise. When it's time for your next new or used car, Hughes is here to take you further. Check out our low rates on hughesfcu.org/auto and apply today. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
So, what is it that scares you the most?
The blue trucks from Essential Pest Control, Doctor. They leave bugs belly up.
I use one of those national companies.
Thanks, Doc. Those guys don't scare me.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Buy local and stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. That's 866-3029. Or visit essentialpest.com.
It's a full court press this March at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Join our $1 million March Mania promotion for your shot at $1 million with your bracket picks. Or win $100,000 with a perfect prop card. Now through April 6th. Swipe your Club Soul card daily for a free drawing entry. Plus, every 200 slot and table points is an additional entry. Then join us April 6th for the grand finale drawing. Only at Casino del Sol, an enterprise of the Pascua Yaqui tribe.
From offices and warehouses to retail spaces and restaurants, the right lighting transforms your environment. At Arizona Commercial Lighting, we've been proudly locally owned and operated for nearly 40 years. Our extensive inventory of in-stock lighting solutions is designed to meet both commercial and residential needs, with quality, variety, and value you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at 1436 East 17th Street or explore our offerings online at azcommerciallighting.com. Be sure to ask about available TEP rebates. Arizona Commercial Lighting, powering business through precision lighting.
Discover your perfect vehicle at Cactus Auto, Tucson's trusted destination for certified pre-owned cars for over 30 years. They offer a wide range of certified pre-owned vehicles featuring the brands and models you love. Their finance experts are here to provide you with top dollar trade-in offers and help you find the best financing options, regardless of your credit history. With approved credit, enjoy no payments for up to 90 days. Trust Cactus Auto for quality, affordable pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, all backed by incredible savings and a 7-day exchange guarantee. Visit cactusauto.com.
Hi, I'm Jordan Benjamin with Done Right Services. When your home or business needs HVAC, plumbing services, or electrical work, trust a true local Tucson company, Done Right Services. We pride ourselves on delivering top-notch service, fair pricing, and expert craftsmanship. The job isn't finished unless it's done right. Weekend emergency? No problem. Just give us a call. We're here when you need us. You deserve the best, and Done Right Services delivers. Call us today for a free estimate at 520-369-3966.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Thank you for listening to the special presentation from Wildcats Radio 1290. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming on Westwood One Sports.
Let's just make this as simple as we possibly can here. They've played nobody. Their strength of schedule is 350 out of 365. They have 0, I'm going to get dorky here for a minute. They have 0 quad 1 wins. All right? Quad 2, they have 1 win. Their best win is over Akron. Other teams that they've beaten that aren't absolutely horrible, Marshall, Wright State, and Toledo. Top 100 wins, 1. So to just kind of put that in comparison, all right, so I was talking to a buddy of mine who's big into college basketball, and I said, well, how would you compare what they've done? And he said, okay, take an SEC or Big 12 or just, a good conference. Doesn't have to be the best, but a good conference. He said a team that's on the bubble right now, their record would be, say, 19-13, all right? Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. All right, I'm back. So then their record would be, say, a 19-13. Their net rating would be like 40. Their strength of schedule would be in the 30 to 60 range. They'd have anywhere from 4 to 5 quad 1 wins. Again, Miami of Ohio has none. Quad 2 wins. Miami of Ohio has 1. He said 3 to 5 would be normal there. Top 25 or top 30 opponents. You got to have a few wins against those teams. Top 100 wins, you need to have about 8 to 10 of those wins. Miami of Ohio has 1. So don't be blinded by 31 wins. I'm not saying it means nothing, but we have, whether you like it or not, and you want to go kicking and screaming and analytics aren't everything, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you that in baseball, for example, I think they are way too much. I think it's way too much. I think it's very much too much analytics, right? Overly analytically driven. I like when a manager who has a feel for something, you know what? I know, but I got a feel on this. And everything now from the front office in Major League Baseball is they have a printout. I've covered a number of teams, and they hand it in. The players get it. The manager gets it. This is what we're going to do tonight. If in the 7th inning this, if in the 5th inning this, if this, and that's what they do. It's just based on a computer. And look, you can do that in baseball because it's 162 games. The reason why analytics don't work as well either in the playoffs in baseball or in a sport where there's fewer games is because over a long haul, the averages generally come true. So 162 games is enough games so that you can use the analytics and say, okay. But in the playoffs, when some teams have great records and they don't win the championship and you scratch your head, is because